Hi, I'm Dr. Rob Rutledge. I'd like to introduce myself and explain why I'm so passionate about speaking and running workshops by considering these questions. What makes a talk a great talk? What are the key elements of a presentation that make it engaging and unique and inspiring and pertinent to every person in the audience? Firstly, I like to teach something new. So from the burgeoning world of brain science, I teach that the brain continues to change throughout one's lifetime. And by practicing a relaxation technique or meditation, you actually innervate a certain part of your brain. It becomes more dominant. And that part of the brain is responsible for creativity and intuition and emotional stability and intelligence and so on. And so people are really energized by learning something new like that. The second thing is that most people in the audience want the practical self-help advice. And I want to give them a comprehensive picture of what they need to do to empower themselves so they feel like they're covering all the bases, don't have to worry about anything else. But I also want to motivate them through science and through stories. So for instance, exercise, very powerful way to empower yourself. And so I talk about how exercise actually releases the happy hormones within the brain, gives people more energy, they're able to sleep better, they're happier, they're stronger. It really makes a huge difference. And in fact, in some cancers, it actually improves the survival rate. So there's the science, but there's the stories. So for instance, I have a 79-year-old, he was 79-year-old 3 or 4 years ago. He had prostate cancer, is about to start hormone and radiation treatment. He wanted to know what he needed to do to stay strong throughout his treatment. This guy was running his own flower business at 79. I said to him, exercise, exercise, exercise. And he started to pump iron. And he was getting out there, he was hanging out with guys that were 40 and 50 years younger than him. I saw him at the university recently, he was chatting up the girls there. But he said that on the days that he exercised and pumped iron, it was as if he was pumping up blood and oxygen right into his brain. And he felt crisper and smarter, had better concentration while running his business throughout this time. And so by telling those stories, it actually taps into something very deep within people. I think as humans, we're wired to learn through the medium of story. And so when I tell the story of the young man who recovers miraculously from his blood cancer, goes through high-dose chemotherapy, gets super sick, goes into a coma, he's in a coma for 3 weeks, and he's so weak when he comes out of this that he can hardly lift up his hand to give his brother a high five. His mom has to brush his teeth. This guy starts his own exercise program. Each day a little bit more, lifting himself up into the bed. 2-3 weeks later, taking his first step. And when people hear that story, they recognize the strength, the courage, that resilience of spirit, not just within that person they're hearing, but within themselves. It taps them into something deep and mysterious and powerful. And so that's how I consider a great talk, is when that kind of half an hour point in, there's that kind of huge energy within the audience. They're engaged, they're learning, they're having fun. It's really a kind of a magical, energetic experience there. And they're getting to that space where they're like, I remember now. I remember that feeling of wellness, of happiness, of kind of peace and of joy. We get so scattered and busy we forget about these deep human natural emotions. And so that's how I define success. I'm providing the kind of the knowledge and insight, but at the same time, people's hearts are being opened up in some way. So you can tell I'm super passionate about speaking and creating presentations. And I really hope that we can work together and create an experience that's the best possible experience for your audience. So please contact me. I would really love to work with you. And thanks for watching this video. Take care.